Giveaway on this YouTube channel. By the end of this video, we're gonna know a little bit more about the metaverse. Mark Zuckerberg, got him. Interview with Mark Zuckerberg. Surprise, surprise. Just kidding. Just kidding. We're just looking at another person interview him. He doesn't know about big collectibles, but he soon will be. So he soon is gonna know all about us. So I wanted to share with you, because this is the future. Collectibles, I really do feel that the world of collecting is going to be gonna transfer over well to the digital world, specifically backed on the blockchain, so NFTs and such. So let's go ahead and take a look at it. This video being promoted by Dokta Strange Hip artist. Link in the description for his latest and greatest album, Hotness. Add him to the rotation. And don't you forget, we are definitely having a giveaway. Don't fret. We are going to have one. It's going to be super dope. You already know what's going on. Just make sure you subscribe, and you'll be the first to know about the giveaway. We're going to go ahead and actually we have a little meeting tonight to just iron out everything. All right. Let's see.
A bunch of the experiences were, it's not just like 2D stuff on a screen. It's like
really, if I'm in between them, it's like me interviewing them too,
and be there with your friends. And I think at some level it would be like the ultimate dream of a digital social experience is to build it. So in a lot of ways, the question is just when is it going to be possible? And we started working at this at the company about 7 years ago when the Oculus team joined us, and we've just been working on this because I kind of, I've seen this trajectory in technology where we keep on getting more immersive and natural ways to express ourselves, right? So when I started Facebook in 2004, it was mostly text, right? Then we got phones with cameras, and the internet became a lot more visual. Then, over the last several years, like, people have generally gotten good internet connections. So now the main way that we express ourselves is video. But that's not the end of the line. I think we're going to end up having a more immersive experience. So the question is, what set of technologies do you need to build to enable that? And I think virtual reality is an important part of that. Augmented reality is an important part of that. And then there's all this other technology, like having realistic avatars and be able to.
So, obviously he's talking about, the immersiveness of the metaverse and, his vision for it. Of course, like anything, everything's going to change. Look, just like any business. If you have started a business, you already know when you start a business, even when you're planning a business, it's different from day one when you open to the last day that you're open and when you close. Everything changes. So he started Facebook and it was text, and he said it evolved, it changes. See, that's just natural progression with anything. So right now his vision for the metaverse is one thing, but it's going to end up being something else. It's just Veve. They started off with one vision. The vision was Batman, right? He wanted Batman and stamps and whatnot. But look what it is now. You got Disney and everybody coming up. Look, man. So let's go ahead and I'm gonna go ahead and fast forward to another spot. All right, let's watch this. This is a very, very good part right here.
How is the metaverse going to coexist and interact with other universes, other games? For example, like Roblox, Axie Infinity. These are huge worlds that already exist. So how do you see, these things just coexisting?
Yeah, so I'm very optimistic about
electricity.
Oh man, these commercials.
Brings us music. It brings us.
Don't worry
about kind of crypto and Web3 and that whole general direction. I think it's still quite early compared to what it's going to be and its full potential. So I think that there's a lot more to do there, but you can certainly see a lot of these awesome use cases are already starting to get developed, and it's I think it's really exciting to see. The way that I think about the metaverse, I don't think every company is building their own metaverse. I think it's sort of like the internet, right? You wouldn't say that Google is building its own internet, right? Or that we were building our own internet before. You'd kind of say, okay, well, we're building experiences or infrastructure for the internet. And that's kind of how I think about the metaverse too. It's not that each company is going to have its own metaverse. It's that we're trying to help build and accelerate some of the fundamental technology and platforms, whether that's social platforms or creator tools or commerce tools, for the metaverse, and these things have to kind of plug into and kind of be part of a broader ecosystem of other people building this stuff too. You know, it's I think part of what hopefully will define the metaverse is a much greater sense of interoperability and portability, where, you know, you have your avatar and your identity and how you're expressing yourself, and you have your virtual goods, whether they're NFTs or structured on some other architecture, and you want to be able to take that between different experiences. So compared to mobile, where, you know, the atomic unit on a phone is really an app, and each app is so siloed, right, that it's quite hard to kind of break down the barriers or bring stuff from one app to another. I think that the metaverse promises to be much more interoperable, where, you know, you kind of have your identity and expression and your avatar and your stuff, and you kind of, I think, will expect that you can bring that in between different experiences. A big part of that, I think, is going to be having a lot of the virtual goods and a lot of your stuff be stored and in a decentralized way, right? So that way it's not just kind of locked up in one system. But I think the reality is that there are going to be lots of different solutions. I think it's not exactly clear, you know, which architecture is going to win yet. So from our perspective, we just want to make sure that we can support a lot of them, and certainly with an open-mindedness to where we think the future is going. But I don't think that there's like a single idea yet that's clearly going to be.
So, you know, it's so early in the game. But obviously, he's saying, look, you know, it's not like they're going to just have a monopoly on the whole metaverse, and there's not going to be anyone else. And then again, it's early. And then the thing is, to have everything mesh, it's going to be difficult to do. I think it may at first. I think what it's going to be, just like how you have a Google account, and you can go sign into your Google account and then access other accounts, like the other apps on your phone. Through when you go open up the app on your phone, they know that it's you because you're logged into your Google account. So you go in and your credentials are in, and your progress in your game or whatever it is, it's saved. I think it's going to be, at first, it's going to be like that. You may have different metaverses, Veveverse, you know, what have you, and then everything is decentralized. So you'll be able to go from different metaverses without losing anything, and they'll know who you are. I think it's going to take a little bit of time, but I think it's inevitable where there is going to be someone, somehow, some way, some company, they're going to link everything. That's just, you know, look, that's just me. That's what I feel. You know, even if it's just a portal, let's just say you're walking around the Veveverse and there's a portal to Facebook metaverse, and you go and it links you in seamlessly. I see that completely happening. So I'm going to go ahead and fast forward to something else. So right now we're going to go ahead and take a quick look at what I'm just going to play it so you guys see.
So for now, we're really much more focused on helping to build the creative economy and build out the tools to enable that, and making the fees as low as possible. But I think once that's a big thing, there will naturally be an ad economy as part of that too, because all the people who are successful are going to want to reach more people. So then, yeah, I think as part of that, I mean, now I'm just really speculating about how the future is going to go.
Yeah.
But
so obviously, I thought that was important, because if you don't know how Facebook ads work, and I was doing media buying before, and Facebook's platform I used a lot. So I think that I mean, they have to generate revenue. It's a necessary evil. You're gonna have people putting ads on this platform, Meta, and they're gonna monetize, and they're gonna try to divert your attention from whatever it is on Meta over to something else, where ultimately at the end of the day, it's for you to pay money for something, whether you download an app and then get the paid version, or you fill out a form and there's something. So, you know, unfortunately, it's going to be there. And I think that's what people are really unhappy about, because they know what's going to happen. You know, it's going to be, you know, a lot of advertisers, because people's attention are going to be there. I want to go ahead and look at one more thing that I think you're going to find interesting. Now, I've heard a lot of people complaining not complaining, but speculating that it's just not, it's going to look like Roblox. And believe me, my kids play Roblox, so I know it looks really bad. And, you know, all these other, you know, type of virtual reality places. But let's look at something.
I think there are three kinds of companies that are
this is what we can expect.
Industrial VR. The first kind focuses on the infrastructure, not just headsets, but the virtual collaboration environments and platforms. The second kind focuses on digitizing physical stuff. They scan objects and environments in the real world and let people interact with their digital twin. The third kind focuses on designing physical stuff. They let people build objects and environments in the digital world and produce their physical twin, which usually ends up being a product. Together, these types of companies are great long-term investments today because they offer state-of-the-art products and services today. Those offerings will scale very well into the metaverse as VR technology continues to mature and become more affordable, but they don't rely on that idea to succeed.
That looks dope.
So if you want to bet on the metaverse, but against Facebook and Meta platforms, these stocks would be a great way to do it, in my opinion.
So just a side note, NVIDIA, I picked up some shares. Look, I'm not a financial advisor, but NVIDIA made a move on that. And, you know, it's just, that's a whole nother subject, but I wanted to go ahead and just share this real quick because this is what we're going to expect. This is what they're planning. Look, Mark Zuckerberg, that's the plan. That's the vision. You know that Veveverse is going to be, you know, similar. That's their vision. They're trying to have this immersive community and everything. So, you know what? This is exciting times. We are literally before the beginning. You know, we're very, very early in this. You know, things are starting to ramp up and things are moving fast. And in the tech world, things move fast. So I just wanted to share this, what I saw. I found this interview very interesting. I want to share it, kind of talk over it. And then, you know, you drop a comment, and let me know. What do you think? Do you think Veveverse is going to be like this? Do you think, is there going to be a link between Veveverse and Metaverse and whatnot? All that good stuff, you know? So, again, I hope you enjoyed it. I found this very interesting because this is it, man. If you are into digital collectibles or into collectibles, this is something we should just pay attention to because this is, a lot of people are going to be into this. A lot of people who are not into collecting are becoming collectors, but only of digital assets. And then physical collectors are starting to trickle in. So this is worth paying attention to. So good luck in all of your collectible investments and purchases. Let them all be profitable.